Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today we're going to talk about Cardano and its native token ADA. If you guys like the content, please subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below. Remember to subscribe. Let's go for 100,000 subscribers. So ADA has had one hell of a year. A lot of people have, I've seen a lot of people in the chat say things like, we wish ADA were performing better. And again, one of the things that I often point them to is this chart, the one that shows the normalized ROI from March 13th, 2020. And ADA so far is the winner out of the top winners that we've been following: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Link, ADA, XLM, VeChain, and I also follow Monero. Obviously, I also like to follow DOT2, but it really wasn't trading back in March, not on open exchanges, so not on the open market. So the light blue line up here is ADA. ADA is up like 15x or so since March. So ADA is leading the pack, right? It's simply leading the pack so far. And so the idea that it hasn't been performing is just simply not true. Now, what we want to do is we want to take a look at its USD valuation because it has been trending up fairly significantly. Let's go take a look at the bull market support. We typically look at this for things like Bitcoin and Ethereum, but here it is for ADA, and you can see the bull market support ranges from 14.48 cents, so around 14 cents up to 16.5 cents. So still fairly low from where, fairly far away from where we currently are. But no, these are moving up quickly. So even in the event of a dump, hopefully we would try to hold this level as support to maintain the integrity of the bull market. We did have sort of in this band. I don't treat this band for ADA nearly as important as for the other coins, but this is certainly one that we will want to follow as the markets continue to expand, if they continue to expand, because the ADA has been one of the champs for the last 10 months. Now, if you look at it against Ether, its valuation is still relatively low. We've seen three major peaks in April of 2018, in April of 2019, and July of 2020. And so those peaks correspond to valuations about twice what the ADA Ether valuation currently is. So we're still nowhere even close to being at a peak value against Ether. But again, it might take a lot longer, right? It might not just come straight back up. It could take a lot longer before ADA gets back to that peak valuation of Ether. And remember, it doesn't necessarily mean that ADA's valuation of against Ether is capped at this level. We've gone higher in the past during the bull market, but this is at least what it's done in the bear market and the accumulation phase. And so far, we have started, we've had these little moves where we come back up to around this level, but we keep getting rejected back down. So look for a breakout, and if we see a breakout above it, then things could get out of hand really quickly, but we also want to maintain a pragmatic view of the market. The other thing we're going to look at is ADA Bitcoin, which you guys know that we follow on this channel. We've talked about it, how this was a huge accumulation phase for ADA. It had a significant rally a few weeks ago. We said, okay, back in accumulation phase against Bitcoin, back out, back in. Now we're back out again. So because we're back out, it'll be interesting to see where it ultimately can trend to. This is our general accumulation phase that we've talked about. So right now it's at this level, at around 961 Satoshis. The peak value that we saw in the summer was closer to 1,598 Satoshis, so not quite 2x from where the ADA Bitcoin valuation currently is. But obviously, if ADA were to rally to that point, if we were to go back to that level, let's take a measured move from where we currently are to get back to that point, it would be another 66% against Bitcoin. But I mean, we know that Bitcoin is not necessarily invariant, but it would take another 66% against Bitcoin to get to the same level of valuation against Bitcoin that ADA had earlier this year. So obviously the markets across the board are getting really hot right now. You need to be very careful in protecting your downside risk, but we'll see where ultimately things go. I just want to make sure people are maintaining being pragmatic about these markets and not falling into the idea that it has to go up forever. Hopefully it'll go up for a long time, but it will, things will turn around at some point. With that said, one of the things you can do to keep an eye on ADA, I would say, is to keep an eye on Bitcoin and also Ethereum. If Bitcoin stabilizes at 36K, then the next thing to look to would be Ethereum. What is Ethereum doing? If Ethereum's dumping, then likely ADA is dumping. But if Ethereum is being stable itself, then ADA stands the chance to continue running. Okay, so hopefully this video has been informative. We don't have a whole lot of material to cover in terms of custom charts and all that stuff, but I just wanted to provide a quick view of the market for ADA. It's at 35 cents. Hopefully we can trend much higher, but we also want to make sure we're not getting consumed by the market in a way that would make us be the dumb money pouring in. So if you guys have been following the channel for long enough, we were accumulating ADA at less than 2 cents, and it's already up to 35 cents. So 15x or more in a relatively short period of time, over 15x for ADA. So hopefully you guys enjoy the channel. If you guys like the content, remember to subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below, and definitely subscribe. Let's go for 100,000 subscribers. That'll wrap it up for the video. Be responsible. I'll see you next time. Bye.